Hey guys, I'm FilthyRobot. Welcome back to D&D. Just a quick recap of what was happening in the last episode. We are, as a party, in conversation with another party of adventurers and Sildar, who you guys may or may not remember from the previous campaign, in discussion about this mage. And so things are a little tense right now, but we're perhaps making some point of resolution in this scene. So fingers crossed, let's see what happens, and let's take it from there.
So, Sildar turns back towards Einar and says, well, we could. I'm just trying to decide what to do with these four just now.
Well, I mean, Halia, the last we saw the mage with Halia was a while back, and the more time you waste here, the more likely he might not be there anymore.
Wait.
So isn't it
I turn to Sildar and I say, what has this man done with this mage? What is he accused of? Why do you pursue him?
What is the relevance of that?
Well, it speaks to your legitimacy, it speaks to your motivation, and it also speaks to how much of a danger he is. And I have some information I think might be useful to you. So I'm curious, what has this man done?
So if I tell you what brings me here, you will share this information with me?
Yes, I will listen to your information, judge it, and then depending on my thoughts on that, I will respond to that. Yes.
Judging by the information I will give you, you will decide whether to share your information
That's
with
right.
me. Well, I have nothing to go on here. If you can arbitrarily decide whether to share information with me.
Then good luck. I wish you well in your acquisition of whatever it is you're trying to obtain. And my friends and I will be leaving now. And I stand up.
Belisarius stands in front of the door.
It's time for you to move, friend, I say to him.
Nalla stands up also. Walks up to the door.
He's clearly standing in front of the door. And at this point,
I turn to
Einar also stands up.
Sildar and say, you pretend to be a man of law and principles. You are holding us against our will. We have done nothing wrong. It is time for you to move and have your friends move, or there is going to be a problem here.
Belisarius looks up towards Sildar. Sildar says to you, You certainly have a way with words, but roll me a persuasion check. Nicely done.
Sorry, I 5%ed it. We're used to this. I do this all day long. It's easy game.
Mm-hmm.
You could be more forthcoming with us. I mean, we've given you quite a lot of information already.
So,
This is, I believe, what you should be doing.
wait a second then. Are we under arrest for something, Sildar?
You attempted to abduct this man.
We did not, though. We tried
Wait.
talking to him.
Do you have
What I
any kind
understand-
of evidence of that?
Okay, so are we under arrest or not?
You're not under arrest, but we're not done talking yet.
I turn to him and I say, you don't decide when we're done talking or not. You have no authority here. We do not owe you a thing. We are here cooperating with you freely of our own will, and until you respect that, we have nothing more to say to you. Move out of the way or suffer the repercussions and consequences of illegally and without reason accosting us.
I think so. My friend is trying to say is, I think you need to treat us as equals and not your subordinates.
Well, Jarno Albrecht was a member of the Order Regis, the same order I am part of. He was part of the Vril chapter. He was a good friend of mine. And then, about 2 years back, he disappeared. Completely disappeared. He's saying this to you, by the way, Erifror. We did not know where he went, and we had no communications with him for over a year. Then, a year later, we find out he has been plotting somewhat in the city of Brill to deal with the patrician. The patrician is the ruler of Rome, the king, so to speak, but it's not king. Anyway. And we found this out and attempted to capture him before this could happen, and a lot of our agents died in doing so. The man is very dangerous. He is a particularly powerful wizard, and he is particularly intelligent also.
I turned to him after he said that, and I say, "Thank you for being candid with us finally, and let me offer in exchange for information offered some information of my own. The last we saw of your man, he was captive of Halia of the Miners Guild. Halia was not alone. Halia has a friend. They both seem versed in the magical arts of some sort or another. And my expectation is if they were so easily able to subdue your man, that they may be as dangerous or perhaps more dangerous than him. If you do approach them, I urge caution and some knowledge of the situation you're walking into, so you don't walk into your own deaths." And then I just pause for a moment.
Who is this woman?
We know very little of her. She's approached us with a few job opportunities of this area. She claims to be working for the Miners Guild here. She's been fair with us, but mysterious. We know little of her motivations. The stuff she's asked us to do has been fairly innocuous so far, so it's tough to say.
We don't know her name, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking about Halia's companion, not Halia.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Halia's companion.
She has been the quiet companion in our business arrangements there, with a familiar of some sort. I described the creature with the wings and the flying, etc. to him, and say she seems to be versed in magic of some sort and quite capable. But other than that, I don't really know.
Sildar turns towards Belisarius and says, "Does this mean anything to you?" And Einar actually pipes up at this point and says, "Another warlock, it seems.
Oh, she's an elf, if I don't remember wrongly."
Nalla kind of looks at Barros for a second and kind of not trying to hide it, but not saying it loudly. Says something like, "Hey, maybe these guys would hire us."
Sildar turns to Einar and says, "Oh, what is this creature that he's describing?" He says, "I believe it's one of the spawn of the Nine Hells, an imp, one of the servants." And Sildar kind of says to him, "Imps are able to shapeshift and be invisible, correct?" Einar says, "That is my worry, yes." Sildar says, "We're done here," and immediately goes towards the door, and Belisarius, on cue, he sees him kind of go in, and turns and opens the door and gets heading as well. As well as Einar and Kutarana also leave. Cinta remains in the room. And they take off out of the inn.
Well, that is interesting.
Cinta's in the room with us still, but everyone else.
Yes, Cinta is still there. Everyone else left.
I turn to Eryn and I say, "Eryn, will you concentrate for a moment? Now that we have something that we might be worried about, will you see if you can detect any spawn of this imp here? Anything that might give it away? Any spore of this imp here? Anything that might give it away?" Just for a moment.
If you're asking me to look for that?
Yes, you.
The other guy named Eryn.
I'm confused because I don't
Track.
feel like I can.
Just
I think he's trying to ask
make
I
a
can
really
try
good
You have the
for
keenest
him,
eyes of us
but-
all. The most experience in tracking, the most ability to notice other animals'
invisible,
traces, the
familiar,
things
how
that might
do you
reveal
expect me
them in
to
ways
see?
that we might otherwise not see. Perhaps you could do something about spotting it.
If it's like magical being and it's
look
invisible.
around very closely, as if trying to
I
perceive
draw my
things
rapier
around
and
you.
jab it through my eye.
Okay, I will try to look for the creature somehow, tracking it, but I don't believe I will manage.
I
Through
poke
what
my-
means? What ability are you going to use to do that?
Determination.
detect magic. Nah. Lost here.
I'm thinking if it's not beast, so I'm just like it will be survival check, just tracking.
I turn to Eryn and I continue like as if I hadn't stopped, and I say, "An invisible creature still leaves tracks. It still makes noise. It is not unperceivable. It is just cloaked to the eye. Please.
But not if they're flying.
Even when they're flying, wings take noise, makes air currents. There is an impact of this creature passing. It is not undetectable. It is just hard to spot."
Well, then it's more like perception, just looking for any. It had bat wings, right, or something like that. So
Yeah, there's no means of having him do this. Like if it was not flying, then you could theoretically track it.
It's a small room.
But-
What are you fucking talking about? There's definitely room. You think if you sit still in a small room and there's a creature flying by flapping its wings, you're not going to experience air current or you're not going to experience noise from that? Bullshit.
Okay, but that's a perception thing. There's
Yeah,
no
that's-
tracking involved. There's
I'm not
absolutely
asking
no
you to track
tracking.
it for it. I'm literally asking you
Okay,
to look for it.
yeah, then I'm okay.
And,
Then I'm.
and Solely specifically
want-
said, how are you trying to look for it? And we don't have any way other than just our passive perception, which is happening naturally. So if we haven't already naturally perceived something flying, sure, we can like maybe roll a little bit better because we know what we're listening for, but we're not gonna like we
Are
don't
there
have any
windows
ways
in
of.
this room, Sully?
Nope.
Okay.
What I was expecting, like, if it's using some ability to be invisible, detect magic should be used. I don't have that. So,
Right,
so
but that would take
that's why
like 10
I was
minutes, so.
surprised why you asked me.
I'll say to because you're the eyes and ears of our group. You're the man who we turn to when we have problems with finding something. That's one of the many things you provide our company. That's one of the reasons we are with us is your skill with these things. So I was expecting you might have something to offer about that. All right, I'll turn to Sildar and I say,
Sildar's gone.
Sildar's
They are
gone,
gone
yeah.
already.
Everyone's gone except Sinta.
oh, except Cinta.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I see. I see.
Sildar charged out the room first.
Right.
I'll say to Nalla, then I'll say, I also wonder if we were detected. It's possible the imp left with them, but if it hasn't, I want to know. Can you stand against the door and just not let anyone pass for half a second, and I will spend a few moments to concentrate and see if I can detect magic around us.
Sure.
Okay.
So then Nala goes up to the door, makes sure it's closed, and then just stands there holding the door closed.
And
I want to just ask: is there like any open windows that the creature could leave from?
I just asked that, and he said no.
There's no windows.
Oh no! Oh, okay. Did I? I missed that. Okay.
All right, I'll
Okay,
cast
so you'd spend
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
They're packing magic. Yep.
And
All
what's Sinta doing? He's just standing there, like, looking around, like, all terrified, or...
And he kind of like looks towards it, and after like a couple of minutes of you guys like talking about this, he just like ups and like doesn't look at any of you directly, but says, excuse me, I need to see to my friend."
I can't.
Just a moment.
Let's not be these people.
We're not trying to keep you in here, but my friend is looking for an invisible demon thing, and he needs just a moment. So, just a second.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Alright. I mean,
Charisma.
Sinta had detect magic, so he would know about the spell as well.
right.
Yeah.
Dinner ready. You're gonna roll above a 6.
Man, who needs charisma, even when rolling with disadvantage?
Alright. And he says, alright. What do you want me to do?
I know. What
Well-
can you do?
Well, you're
Well-
not letting me leave, so presumably you want me to do something.
No, just wait like 10 minutes for my friend here to finish his dancing, and then we all leave, okay? No problem.
I really want to see to my friend.
All right, I just stop mid ritual, and I stop and I say, "Let him go. We're not holding him against his will."
Okay, now opens the door and leaves. Okay then, so can we
We're gonna wind this
finally go to
between.
sleep now?
Well, you're still casting the ritual, right?
No, he said he canceled it.
We just open.
Oh, cancel the entire thing?
Yeah. The door's been open once for them leaving and once for this guy's leaving. If there's a quasi-intelligent creature like an imp standing around is supposed to be spying on us, he's gonna have left. There's no point in continuing to try.
So we're
And
yeah,
10
so we're
minutes-
giving
The door
up
was-
on trying.
yeah. Okay.
So we're giving up on trying to detect the imp.
Well, we are finally alone.
I roll my eyes.
So
Okay. So
you-
that was an interesting evening. Can we finally go to sleep now?
I was asleep, Nalla. I was asleep.
Well, hey,
I was
wanted
happily
to talk
asleep.
to the interesting people here. You can't hate
guys,
me
do
out
you not
for
want
that.
to go see? Do you guys not want to go see the drama that's about to happen at the Minus Exchange?
Do you think they're approaching? Do you think they're gonna go at that now? Okay, let's step out into the tavern. Or do we see Cinta and company or Sildar and company anywhere? What's the lizard's name?
No. Belisarius.
Belisarius. Okay. Do I spot the innkeeper?
Yeah.
Is he
Is
busy?
William out there? Is William in the inn?
Cinta's with him, just like helping him stand up, basically.
Gotcha.
I approach the innkeeper and I say, "Where did Sildar and Belisarius go?"
You're just, well, they just took off out the door, you see. They were in a bit of a rush, to be honest. Is everything okay?
I think so, but we have some information to share with them, and we just wish to know. Actually, let me phrase that. We worry about their safety, and we wish to catch up with them. Where did they head?
I don't know. I just they took a left out the door, but I don't know where they went.
Thank you. I see-
Wait a second. What do we care about what happens with those folks?
I pull Nalla aside in a second, and I say, I can't really lean down to whisper in the ear, so I step on that bar stool temporarily to get enough height to whisper in Nalla's ear, and I say,
Pull her fucking down.
no, I try to get up. I don't fuck with Nalla. Nalla's much tougher than I am. And I say to Nalla, well, if Halia kills them all because she heard that they're there for her, she heard that we told about her, and she probably
Oh.
kills us.
So, yes, okay.
We have some
We
vested income.
Should find out
Yes, what
in
happens?
case we need to get the F out of Dodge.
Yes. That's my assumption anyways. I would have a hard time getting a good night's sleep without knowing something of this.
Okay, yes, let's.
What about just leaving the town and never coming back?
Would
Gets
not be
more
very
appealing every
interesting.
episode, right?
Yeah, it is.
I'm just throwing that out. It's a possibility. Like nothing is binding us here, so it's like we can leave anytime.
Nope.
But I'm also like curious what's going on.
Alright, let's we step out of the bar and the tavern and we just look around. Do we see the group that's just left? I mean, they probably left 5 minutes ago now, so I'd be surprised if they were, but do we see anything about them? Or B, do we see anything else, like a commotion of any sort anywhere?
Neither.
Okay.
And you're right, it has been like 5-6 minutes since they left.
You know, if the imp demon was here and was hearing everything, and if Halia didn't want to be captured, then she's probably already gone.
Yeah.
Let's go find out.
You want to head to the Miners Guild tonight?
Well,
Well,
Well, my only, I like the thought process of knowing what the fuck's going on. The only downside I can think of that is if, for example, Sildar and company are wondering about our trustworthiness, and we head straight to the Miners Guild, and they see us head straight to the Miners Guild, they might, and regardless if Halia is there or not, they might have some serious suspicions about what the hell just went down. So on some level, it might make sense to go anywhere but the Miners Guild.
Where are we right now? We're all like right outside the inn, or are we still in the inn?
Just
outside the inn.
Just outside.
Okay.
Or we can just send someone to go look at it in a, to just go scout the place, find out what's going on.
We could also just leave the town, camp out in the woods for a night, and then come back and investigate.
Yep, I am with you, Nalla. I was about 2 seconds behind saying exactly that.
Because that way, things are on our terms.
Yes. Eryn?
I'm thinking about it. It's
But don't you want to know if
Well, if something happens and we get caught up in some kind of fight, things will not go very well right now. But if we came back later, we would find out what happened regardless. And if there was some kind of fighting, we would not get our asses kicked.
Like, you guys from the south side of town hear, like, a really fucking big crashing sound.
coming from
Like, the sound of thunder and lightning. Just coming from the south of town. Like, south of your guys' position.
I guess Halia didn't leave.
Barros lives for this fucking shit. I turn to the rest of them and say, let's go figure out what it is.
Let's go.
Come on. Let's go find it out. Alright, let's make some money. Let's make some friends. Let's go fucking figure out what's going on. Yeah?
Oh,
I
jeez.
want
Nalla?
to start till it
Nalla, rather?
south.
Sure, why not?
You feeling strong, Nalla? Because we might need you to be strong.
No
out of
crap.
character. I only have like two spells.
Yeah,
Erifror!
Out of
Stop
character,
dragging
this
us
is
down.
Not a good idea.
It's out of character, my friend. Yeah.
Out of character, this is a bad idea.
I say, little man. That's you,
Okay.
Erifror.
Well, I like drama, so
I say, I promise. Next round's on me.
If
I'm
not.
in.
Alright,
but can we at least try to go in, not getting to not be noticed as much
Not
as possible?
rushing in like a...
Yeah, I say to Nalla and Erifror, okay, perhaps Eryn and I can check it out just a little bit ahead. We can try to be a little sneaky about it, and maybe come out in some sort of advantageous position.
Okay, me stay with little man.
Yeah, come close, but not close enough. So somewhere you can get there quickly, but not too far back. Yeah.
As you guys are discussing this, the door to the Miners' Exchange door opens, and Belisarius walks out, and he's got his greatsword out, and there are like flames coming from. No, not flames. Like there are electrical sparks coming from the sword itself.
Nice.
I want it.
And he stands out and looks to the left and then to the right and spots you guys. Then in front of you, Kutarana just materializes in one of the dark corners from one of the shadows of the Stonehill Inn. And he's about 10 feet away from you when he pops.
This is the Birdman.
And then
It's a rat.
the
guy.
rats.
Okay.
There's no bird.
And you guys see him there, and he's got his staff, and he's clearly in a fighting pose. And then he pops again and disappears. Belisarius comes out. Sildar comes out. Einar comes out on his cane. Belisarius spots all of you, and starts walking towards you, and says, "And what, you didn't think it was a good idea to share that they had an imp with them before?"
Nalla shrugs.
I give him the fucking finger, and I turn, clearly giving my back to him. I say, let's leave these people to their own business. And I walk away.
Okay.
I follow that.
So are we casually, like...
So you
Just
gave him
stroll
the finger
on
and walked
town.
away?
Yeah. Gives me shit. I just gave him. I went out of my way to be accommodating for this piece of shit. And despite him treating my entire party and me like we're just peasants to be ruled underfoot by him, we were helpful to him, and he gives us shit at this point. Are you kidding me? Let him do his own devices. He wants to give us more shit. We'll deal with that. I'm walking away.
Okay. So you guys like turn to walk away to the north of town, yeah?
Yep.
Right. About 30 feet in front of you, a sort of flash of darkness. Like it's kind of weird. Like how can darkness flash? But imagine anti-flash, right? Just like appears about 5 feet above the ground, and then like rapidly expands into a 20-foot black sphere. Right. Clearly barring your way from just like leaving town. With Belisarius like charging towards you guys.
He's charging towards his sword drawn.
Yeah, is he charging?
Like, he's not like running full pelt, but he has his sword drawn, and he's like walking towards you.
In an attack stance, or not?
He's walking towards you with his sword drawn. Like he's not like ready to attack or anything, but he has his sword like at his side.
Okay, I'll take out my shield.
He had his sword drawn in the first statement. He's got his sword at his side in the second statement. I don't understand. Which is it? Describe what he's doing. He's running towards.
No, he's got it in his hand, but it's at his side. He's not like got it up in a raised position.
Gotcha.
I'll take out my shield, but not my mace, to show that we're just I'll just take out my shield.
Okay, do you guys turn at this sort of like
I turn to
appearing before you,
Nalla, and I say, I tire of this quickly. I turn around. And how far away is he?
Sildar is probably about 40 feet away.
Sildar is, or
No, more than that. He's probably like 60 feet. Well, hang on. Let me see.
In the miners' exchange?
Sildar also comes out of the miners' exchange, right? And rushes towards Belisarius, right? And like he puts his hand on Belisarius as he's like walking towards you in this sort of like aggressive stance. And then he looks back towards Einar, who's got like his staff raised. And he says,
"Where's Einar?"
He's back towards the miners' exchange, like close, farther away from you guys. Right? Okay. Man, you guys look so guilty right now. Like you just gave him the finger and then ran away.
No, we didn't
run.
We turned and walked pretty consistently.
Yeah, we're not running.
We didn't run. We were
After
just
giving them the finger?
Yeah, I turned, flicked him off, turned around, and walked the other direction.
I don't think it says guilty as opposed to we're pissed off. That's about it.
You can interpret that how you want, but there was no running involved.
I mean, what it looks like is you guys sent them to the miners' exchange on a red herring and then gave them the finger as a sort of like practical joke sort of thing.
They have had every ability to read through no matter what we tell them, so if they want to test that out, we will make the appropriate rolls, and I'm sure they will read right through us again.
Sildar catches up to Belisarius and like interjects between your two parties. The black sphere is still in front of you. Or behind you, whatever.
Okay.
And he says to Belisarius, "Stop! Just stop, Belisarius." And like Belisarius like turns towards all of you and says, "You better explain yourselves very quickly."
I just
Well,
don't.
I think my friend here just didn't like your attitude towards us just now. Like, even I was a bit offended. So I can see why he would feel even more offended. Humans, they don't deal with this kind of bullshit all day. So,
I turn, as Erifror says this very diplomatically, I turn and burn all the bridges underneath us and say to him, say to Belisarius, I say, you don't seem to have your man with you.
Oh, the dude the wizard that they're trying to capture.
He says to you, "What do you mean?"
I mean to say that your mission seems to have been a failure.
Alright, roll initiative, all of you.
No.
Oh!
Yes, it would piss someone off hearing that, wouldn't it? All right.
Alright, I think we should take an early break because I need to do some... I was not expecting a fight here.
It is a very early break, though. It's
Why
like
they
30
are
minutes break.
Neither was I.
I
planning.
thought they were laughful. Why they are attacking us?
Sully, we can, if
Natural
we have to
20.
do that,
We never
it's going to
did
be a fairly
anything.
awkward break. Do you need more than a few minutes? Is it going to take like 5 or 10 or like 2 or 3?
Like 10.
Like 10?
Yeah.
Okay, then we are going to cut the part here, guys. I can only imagine this ends well. So if you're enjoying it, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. I guess it's going to be YouTube. Come check out the next part, and we'll see you shortly. We have a lot of confidence as a party. I don't know what Xylo's saying down there, but I think he misspoke. He meant they're dead. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.